Hello and welcome back to our sustainable journey. I'm Steve. So, back on our adventure with seeing what worm farms are out there. So this is a package from Northeast Worms. Do not expose to excessive heat. Please hold to post office. I'm not sure. They've got a little typo there. Call the recipient for pickup, right? Which is great, except they didn't put my phone number on the package. So how can the post office do that? I gave them my phone number. Another thing that they didn't do is they didn't poke holes. There's no air holes. So that's one of the rules that the post office has, is that you need to poke air holes. That's, if you notice the FedEx bucks on Uncle Jim's, they've got holes in them. You need air holes. That's one of the rules. It's in the USPS guidebook that you need to put, oops, I already have it. You need to put air holes in your packages. So, this was shipped on Monday. Today is Thursday. So, let's cut this bad boy open. And we'll see how they did. Okay. Lovely. Thank you, envelope. Alright, so I think Uncle Jim's uses a bag. This is, or like a canvas bag. This is just a what do they call them? Like the cement, not cement bags, sandbags. That's the word I'm looking for. So sandbag material. And of course it's tied up. So one second, let me untie it. So watch me struggle. This one's a little bit easier to untie. So that's nice. Let's see if I can do it though. All right, looks pretty dry. I don't even see any worms. Oh, there's a few. Where's the worm ball? There it is. There's a worm ball. And a whole lot of peat moss, which is fine. The peat moss helps retain any moisture that was in there. So this is probably a few pounds. I don't know how many pounds of worms there are, but there's at least 2 worm balls. Maybe I'll get another container and we'll see how many actual worms there are. All right, let's separate out the worm balls. The rest of this is all peat moss. That is a heck of a lot of peat moss. Oh, there's another worm ball. There was another worm ball. Where'd it go? I saw it. I lost it. Come on, worms. I don't find any individual worms, but... All right. I think we found them all. I don't find any more in the corners or anything. Not many. There's a couple, I guess. All right. But that to me looks like a pound. That's a good pound of worms. Plus there's a few that are still crawling around, so there's still more in here. So these are his pure composting mix is what I think he calls them. They're pure red wigglers. Let me look at my receipt. So these are his pure red wiggler worms. And you'll notice these worms are a heck of a lot bigger than the ones we got from Uncle Jim's worm farm. So that's interesting. So it depends on what their methods are for breeding them and separating them out and things like that. Sometimes you get bed run, sometimes you get just a bunch of babies. But these ones look to be in really good shape. Now, for cost, these were $75. For this was $75 for a pound of worms, but shipping was free. So I guess it's all kind of relative as far as that's concerned, because for Uncle Jim it was $50 and $20 to ship, so it's $70, so it's about the same technically. Plus these worms are bigger, so these ones will be breeding faster than the ones from Uncle Jim. So that's interesting. So let's make sure there's nobody else. Nope, there's nobody else left in the bag. Nope, bag's empty. So we will get a bin set up. So I have my handy dandy standard worm bin here. And honestly, there's enough bedding. I don't really need to add any of my own. I can just dump that in there, probably add a little bit of water to it. We'll see, yeah, that spreads out pretty good. So I'll add a little water. Oh, there's a few in there still. Yeah, I keep finding some. So I'm going to add a little bit of water to them. Again, plenty of drain holes. So that's not an issue, and you can hear it draining. Listen closely, it sounds like somebody's peeing in my worm bin. All right. Hopefully it didn't drain out all my water. Oh my goodness, it probably did. All right, let's add some more. It's all right if it drains to the bottom. Okay, there we go. Much better. So now we can add our worms. Okay. So 1 pound of worms. I'll do the same thing. I'll put food up in the corner. Let me grab food. These guys are going to get the same type of food as the last one, because I'm using the same bucket. So, look at some coffee grounds. We'll put coffee grounds in the corner. They cannot have exclusively coffee grounds. I mean, they can, but it's not ideal. You're better off getting a balanced diet. So I may have to do some digging and see what else is bread. I think that's bread. Gross. Digging in somebody's food scraps. So we'll leave them to it. Today is Thursday, so I'll check back on them tomorrow, see how they did. Same thing. Leave the bin open under lights, except I'm going to put a cover over it because we have cats. So, but not bad. Let's see what else was in that package. So, wrapped in shredded cardboard, which is great. We'll use that for bedding material. So just gonna dump it in there. There we go. Because that'll break down eventually. And then we got a little thank you note. And it's sealed, of course. Sorry, 1 second. I'm going to seal it. I don't know what else is in here. A sticker. Business card. And how to settle the worms. Yep, which we know. All right. This is another piece of paper. There's another piece of paper. It is, oh, it's my shipping. Yeah, see? $75.90 for 1 pound of worms. Is it worth it? I don't know. I mean, they're a lot bigger than Uncle Jim's. So in that regard, they're much further along, but worms don't really take that long to get big. I don't know if it's worth $25 more. But then there's free shipping, so it's kind of similar. So far I'd give them a B probably on the shipping. But the worms themselves are A. These are great. So we'll let them work their way down. I'll probably put a cover on it in like an hour or two. Let them settle in. And we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. Next will be Buckeye Organics. And we'll see what they have to do. What they have to offer. I think they're arriving on Saturday. All right, let's see how they did overnight. They seem there aren't too many on the top. Another spider. What is up with these spiders? Two on the sides. One on the top. Get back, Kate. Get back in there. Come on. A few on the sides. They're probably all. Yeah, they're all burrowed into the food. Cool. So, they always love to go in here. I always pull them out. Come on, guys. There we go. Let's get off the sides. More on the sides. Just more on the sides. So, if you keep the sides of your bins dry, you're less likely to have worms climbing them. So you can see these are a little damp, but not too bad. But that's what helps them move. So there's probably a giant worm ball in here. Get rid of the tweezers. Dig in. Yeah, see? Here they all are. Healthy, happy worms. Cool. So I would give maybe an A- overall for Northeast worms. Big worms, a lot of them, but the shipping made me concerned. Should have had holes. And it took a lot longer. Monday to Thursday. That's dangerous. When it's this hot in the summertime. I mean, part of that's my fault for ordering them in the summertime, but I was curious. So next we have Buckeye Organics, and then I'll try some of the other ones. I know Green Greg is no longer selling worms. Memes doesn't sell her own worms anymore. I think all of them died, which is awful, but you know, you rebuild, I guess. But now she's just outsourcing it to somebody else. And I think Urban Worm does the same thing. I think they outsource, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll try some of the other ones that were listed to me. And I'll also go to a local bait shop and see what they have, see what kind of worms they have for sale. So thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next time.